To start with, today my role is to tell you what are all the electronic research tools that you have to use for your information access. All of you have gone through the process of doing your research, maybe 2 years ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago, that's okay. But with technology and the ICT tools of today, you have lot of changes in the way you access information. 10 years ago or 2 decades ago when we did research, we had to walk physically to every library to search for information. It's not so nowadays. So you have to now adapt a different methodology wherein the library comes to your desktop. You don't have to go to the library. 24/7, any information that you require, you get it on your desktop. The first step, you have to search information, for which you have to use a search engine. So in your parlance, you said Google we have to use to search. Okay? And what I would say, Google is something which a lay person searches. You are all scholars. You are all scientists. You are all research guides. Don't you think you have to be one strata more than the general lay public? What is the search engine you would use to search for scholarly literature? Now, Cyrus is a search engine to search scholarly literature. SCIRUS.com. Cyrus is a search engine for scholarly literature. If you see, it's written that is the most comprehensive scientific research tool on the web, and you have 350 million scientific items indexed, and it also allows the researchers to search for not only journal content but also scientists' web pages, coursewares. Supposing you want for teaching material, that is also available for search. And then you have preprint material. What is preprint material? Before publishing, before the article is published in any journal, it is placed in a preprint server. So that is accessible through the search engine. It will crawl through and pick out that material also. Once it is published in a journal, you have to pay money for it, if it is a commercial publisher. If it is an open source, you can access. It is not peer reviewed yet. Remember that. It is not peer reviewed yet. There is a NDLTD. This is Networked Digital Library of Thesis and Dissertations. www.ndltd.org. This is an open source. Open source means free. Anybody can download. This is a site for thesis and dissertations published by various universities across the globe. They have networked their digital libraries and of the thesis, and you can download or view any of the thesis by using the same search engine, Cyrus. Cyrus is the search engine embedded in NDLTD. Search engines, you see there are so many search engines, but we are only interested in the scholarly search engines, of which Cyrus, we showed an example how to access information through Cyrus. So many of these search engines already, all of you must be using Google, Alta Vista, Scholar Google, and so on and so forth, Yahoo and all that. But now we are coming to databases. Supposing a scholar from Pondicherry University wants to search through thesis. Where will he go? Vidyanidhi, you search. Vidyanidhi, I will come to that also. Vidyanidhi is only a part of, it's not fully through. Then you will see through, you will physically ask them to go to Madras University, which is nearby, or go to Bangalore University, or this university, that university, and get some. But you are not making him foolproof in your area. So there are commercial products, databases to search your thesis. There are free open source. Just now I taught you the NDLTD. It is an open source to search thesis. Thesis and dissertations. It's fully downloadable, fully searchable, fully viewable. Okay, that's one source. What is the other database which you can search for thesis? Dissertations Abstracts International is a product by ProQuest. PROQUEST. This ProQuest is the publisher. Dissertations Abstracts International is the product. This is a very, very important tool which any research scholar has to look into before they start their research. This comes in print, it used to come in two parts. One is for social science and humanities, the other one for sciences. As an electronic product, it is combined together. They don't sell it separately. You have to buy it together as a product. You can subscribe to it, and it's roughly around 4 lakhs, I think, per year subscription, and they give you access for the last 10 years you can access, and there are millions of abstracts available. It is an abstracting database. So initially you go through abstracts. Then comes they also have full text of thesis, but remember this is a commercial product. This goes to about 7 lakhs per year subscription. Okay. So this is a product for, so if you should know that dissertations abstract is a commercial product, that is called ProQuest Dissertations and Thesis, PQDT. PQDT, Dissertations and Thesis, electronically. Now Scopus is the world's largest, one of the world's largest abstracting database, covering about 16,000 plus journals. I told you biological abstracts covers only about 4,000 journals. Chemical abstracts is another large database. The Scopus is the largest database, about 16,000 plus journals it covers, abstracts of those. And it's both in science, technology, medicine and social sciences. It covers all disciplines. These are all specifically, particularly for economics. You saw EconLit, EBSCO for humanities and social sciences, like that, InSpec for physics and astronomy. But Scopus covers all the disciplines. And another feature is it covers about nearly 200 Indian journals. Indian journals. Abstracts from almost 200 Indian journals. That's an important feature. Third feature is it is an important citation tool. Citation tool. They just don't give abstracts. Besides that, they also indicate how many times that particular article is cited on the right side. Then you have Vidyanidhi, which is India's premier site, where they are giving, they are trying to put in, upload. The project was funded by Ford Foundation, but it is not fully done yet. One more site which you can see is inflibnet.ac.in. www.inflibnet inflibnet.ac.in. If you go there, they would have uploaded the thesis. At least now they have bibliographical database of all the theses published by various universities in the country. Now coming to the next product, electronic journals. You have seen the database, you have searched through the database, arrived at the results, you have selected the few of the results that is going to be useful for your research. You are going to download, create your own database and keep. Now, not that you require articles, full text for all the abstracts that you see. You will have to go through that and screen, shortlist, then go in search of the full text. When you go in search of full text, you know that all your institutions are not subscribing to all the databases of journals. You will not have access to it. So you will have to look for even open sources of journals. So open sources, you can go in for buble.ac.uk. That's a it's a site where you have all the subject areas. Then you can go to this directory of open access journals, doaj.org. Then you have also PLOS, Public Library of Science. It's a premier open access journals in biology and medicine. DOAJ, it's the directory of open access journals, and you have journals on different subject areas. Again, it is scholarly journals that you find, and there's a benchmarking. They have also got the Europe Spark Award for this year for 2009, you can see. for achieving scholarly communication journals. Here if you see, you have about 4,300 journals available, and you have this different subject areas. Can you see? Right from agriculture to chemistry to business and economics, science, social sciences and so on. Which subject shall we click?
Chemistry.
You were slow. Chemistry only told first. Okay. Now chemistry, you have analytical chemistry 9, chemical engineering 11, general 74, organic 8. Now in this, which one shall we? Organic. Okay. Now these are the journals available. Beilstein Journal of Organic Chemistry, Lipid Insights, Molecules. Those are all the title of the journals, and the language and the keywords and the year, everything is given here. Remember, all these things you can go into the journal and then you can search for the articles and download everything free of cost. So even if you are in Gudiyatham or in Korea, you can get this article freely. Only thing, you should have network connectivity. So research letters in organic chemistry, you have gone into that journal title, and from there you will have to browse and then download the article. Emerald is for Cambridge, you have for all subject areas, social sciences, humanities and so on. Emerald is mainly for management. You have management separately known as Emerald Management Extra. You have about 170 journals with case studies, reports of and then interviews of top gurus are all available in Management Extra. Then you have JSTOR. Have you any idea what is JSTOR is? Journal storage. It is archival journal where you have all the old journals available in, especially in social sciences and humanities. Science is also, PNAS is available freely. JSTOR again without subscription you can't get. Now in sciences you have annual reviews. Annual reviews is a very good document. You have about nearly 24 plus subject categories under which you can see annual reviews. Nature, Springer Link, Taylor and Francis, Elsevier, and Elsevier only 34 titles in life sciences current opinion trends is available through Infonet. So please do not think that Science Direct is totally available on the consortia. Wiley is not available on the consortia.
After Springer Link,
then chemistry, we have complete access to American Chemical Society, then Royal Society of Chemistry. Physics, you have American Institute of Physics, American Physical Society, IOP. Here I should tell for physics people, IOP, I don't know how many of you are aware that once you access any particular journal, they don't give you access freely for a period of 1 year and later they may give you access. But here what these people do is the first 30 days, the current issue, first 30 days they allow you free access to the current issue. After 1 month it is blocked. It is available freely. So those of you who want to access, you can access IOP freely for the current issue of 1 month. Okay? And in other open source, please look up High Wire Press. It's got millions of articles made, it's not free open sources totally, it is actually priced journals, but they allow you free access after a certain period of time. For instance, Journal of Biological Chemistry. After 6 months of publication, you can access freely. After 1 year of publication, some of them offer. After 2 years of publication, they offer. Only thing, the current one you won't be able to access freely. But for some people which we want access the previous articles, it's always easy, it's freely available. From Stanford University, High Wire Press. Now electronic books are a next source where you are able to look into references, especially electronic references for definitions, for protocols. For science faculty, you know that protocols are some of the procedures which you follow in your lab experiments. So they have current protocols for subscription every year you can renew, and I will show some screenshot of our university portal that we have created and how we have access to all these products. Now the advantage of using an electronic book is, as librarians we feel very happy because It is safe. It is safe. It cannot be tampered, it cannot be torn, it cannot be mutilated. 1 point. As user, you can be happy because all of you 100 people can access the same encyclopedia same time. Otherwise, you have to walk physically into the library, then you should have the grace of the library staff to give you the access to the book. It will be under lock and key because it's expensive. Third thing, if it is multi-volume set, say 27 volumes, Encyclopedia of Cities and Towns in India, how are you going to search all the 27? You don't know where it is and you'll be spending a lot of time. Whereas if you browse through an electronic database or e-book, you'll have to just give the keyword, it will pull out from whichever volume it is and display. You have to download the chapter. Remember, you are not going to download any electronic book cover to cover. Only a particular chapter or so you are interested in. 37 volumes or 27 volumes of a Britannica you are not going to download. Isn't it? So that is one thing. Second thing, we have another it's in multimedia, so the impact is also good. Visually you can see all the animations, and if it's chemistry you can see the test tube and the liquid flowing up and down, all these things. And you have ChemWeb, you have all the periodical table available as web elements on the net. All these things are going to create more impact on your student. You'll be able to illustrate better. Rather than they may not be interested in seeing our face for 1 hour or 2 hours. These sort of things will interest them better and they'll be able to work on their own. There are so many free books on the website. You have classics, you have Gutenberg books, reference books, great masterpieces and so on and so forth. These things are not free. The encyclopedia online is not free, but still this is only to run through the chapters. I'll show you. We have created our library portal recently. Okay. If you see, this is our library portal. It is available only on accessible on the intranet at present. In a month's time it will be available for you to see from anywhere, but you cannot access the full text. Okay, but at least you can see for information, you can look at our site. So here if you see, we have access to, you can search our online catalog. So our faculty or students can see what books have been are available, whether its book is available on the shelf, whether it is gone on issue. You can search by author and so on and so forth. You can go through UGC Infonet, you can go through JCCC. I have not shown you because it's not accessible from outside. That's again I'll explain to you what it is. Then you have digital library, then you have the databases that I have told you. You can click from here itself. You can search through Wikipedia, you can search through various PowerPoints available on the keywords that you search. This is also freely available on the net. If you want for teaching, if you use, maybe later on when it is open to you, you can use the search box and search for your bioremediation, you give there and then click. You may find PowerPoint presentations on bioremediation, which is freely available on the web. Download it and use it for your teaching. That's why we have used that. Those who want to use Cyrus, they can click here itself and search Cyrus instead of keying in the whole thing. Okay. Now, looking through this, you have e-books. These are all the books that we are subscribing to. Springer protocols in biochemistry, bioinformatics, biotechnology, immunology. Then we have e-books on different reference collections. These are all various subject areas. Then we also have net bases. These are different subject net bases on different subject areas where you have electronic books. So this CRC net bases alone, we have almost 900 of them. So totally about 7,000 e-books that we have. Then e-databases. We have dissertations abstract, MathSciNite, Sci-Fi and Scholar, EBSCO, Scopus and so on, which I have already shown you an example. Now, electronic journals, if you want to see alphabetically, you know only the title, you don't know who the publisher is. You can use this link and just see if you have any journal in that name. So for instance, if you click at Nature, you give all the titles are listed here on the left side and who the publisher is, and the user can just click at that and it takes to the home page of the journal and they can download the article. This is one of the electronic book database that we have, e-reference. It is known as Credo Reference. This is subscribed by nearly 30 universities in the country. It costs about 1 lakh of rupees for subscription. And here if you see, you have a search word and you have various subject. You see the number of full text entries in about 409 reference books. 61 publishers have put in their material and it is aggregated and brought as a one database from 61 publishers. And here you can see, you can search through all these things, biographies, encyclopedias and so on and so forth. In whichever subject you want also, you can limit, in philosophy, psychology and so on. So you can use a search word. Say supposing you want to know, many of us nowadays before going to a doctor, we are more educated than the doctor we feel. Because we go and do a search. If you want to know what is arthritis, you go in here, you give a search word, it brings in all the types of arthritis with a picture, where it is swelling, where it is paining and where it is the ligament and what is the treatment, symptoms, everything. So it is a reference tool which that we are subscribing to. Then this is to show a sample of Springer protocols, how it looks like. See, this is protocols in bioinformatics and this is the page how it looks like. This particular symbol S gives you a symbol saying that you are allowed to download anything free, and F means, this is for subscription and F is for free. You see there is an abstract, there is a full text, there is a PDF also. So this is again, it is not freely available, only if you subscribe to. Then this is CRC NetBase. I told you we have access to various e-books on various subject areas. You have on this side and you have the titles here, and if you click here you go into the electronic book and you can search through and download the chapters and so on. So with a click of a button you can do that. What we universities have is, through the UGC Infonet, we have access to full text of almost 6,000 journals. So besides, when we got that through the UGC Infonet, what happened, many universities started cancelling subscriptions to duplicates. They started buying some other journal. Now supposing the researcher wants articles from those journals, where will he go from? So there was a solution brought in last year and it was brought out as JCCC Journal Custom Content Consortia, wherein you have 3 categories of journals. One is UGC subscription, consortia based subscription, which is known as CS, and those subscribed by the individual university libraries known as LS, and open source journals known as OS. So these 3 categories together are interfaced on one platform and you have access to over 9,000 journals in one phase. So any research scholar or any university professor can use this platform to search using a keyword and it will bring out the result, and he need not know which category it belongs to. When it comes out, the result is displayed and it says peer reviewed article. Then you click there, it will immediately take you to the website of the journal and you download because it is available through consortia. The second category, it will say request an article, which means it is library subscribed journal. So if you click at that, a page will open where you will have to just give in your name and email ID. The remaining text it will capture by itself and it will send it across to the university where it is available. Supposing the article is available in University of Delhi, your email ID and your contact number will go, your request will go, and they will take a printout of the article and send it to the university. Supposing it is gone from this university, they will send it to our library and we will deliver contacting the researcher saying this article has come, please come and take it. Like that, we have received about 800 and odd requests in the last 6 months, and we have delivered about 300 articles to our research scholars in the country. JCCC, Journal Custom Content Consortia. and 22 universities in the country are identified as document delivery universities, out of which Pondicherry University is one of them. JCCC, Journal Custom Content Consortium, which means it's a one-stop point where you have information sources on a particular theme or topic at one place. You have networked resources of them. So if you see this, Intute, www.intute.ac.uk, it's a very wonderful site. Please do not miss it. It is freely accessible, especially for social sciences. Intute.ac.uk. And this particular thing is subject booklets / subject booklets.html leads you to the subject gateways. Otherwise also you can access intute.ac.uk. Here if you see, you have subject guides on most of the internet resources on various subjects. For instance, you have archaeology, biological sciences, business, tourism, chemistry, computing, economics, and so on and so forth. Performing arts, you have film and theatre. So here you can click at PDF or HTML and download the resources, internet resources available on this particular subject areas. Our library portal, www.pondiuni.ac.in. So this is our Pondicherry University website. You are welcome to our library. If you have any doubts, you can always shoot out questions to me, or if you want to send me any emails also, you can send it librarian@pondiuni.edu.in. It's on our website also. You are welcome to our library. Please, our library is open till 8:30, morning 8:30 to night 8:30. On Saturday and Sunday it is 9:30 to 5:30. During examination time it's open, extended till 10 o'clock in the night. We are closed only for 6 days in a year. And whoever comes to our library other than our members, we usually give them permission to use our library, but please see that you always come with some identification to say that you are so and so. You have to meet our library staff, concerned person, and then we permit you to allow to use the library. And our library use, it has been really revamped in the last 1 year, and you have lot of electronic facility available. Now it's not necessary that you have to visit the library at all, because even sitting at the lawn you will be able to use with your laptop. It's Wi-Fi enabled, as our Vice Chancellor said. Everything has happened and it has been possible only because of our administrators and our Vice Chancellor's vision. In the last 1 year we have done so much is only because of our administrator, our Vice Chancellor, our Director and our Registrar. They have really contributed so much in joining hands with us to revamp our entire infrastructure of the library, and the services also are revamped, and we are still running at the same jet speed, so that by next year we are going to have an annex building of the library, which is going to be 4-storied, fully air conditioned, with about 50,000 square feet, and the ground floor is going to have a 24-hour reading facility, so that students from the hostels can come and sit and read at their ease. We are going to have a visually challenged, state-of-the-art space for visually challenged people, a children's library, and then for the other research scholars also, and a small mini auditorium also where you can fit in 200 people at least can sit. So next time when we organize such things, you all can come straight away there than the EC hall here. So I welcome any one of you who is interested. Please come to the library. Even if you are not interested, just come and see our library, how it looks like. Any help you require, you are free to shoot a mail to me. And if I am in station, definitely I will reply immediately. Thank you very much, and I hope I have changed, made some change in your knowledge base.